Hey everyone, it's Cooper from Harvok Caravans. Today behind me I've got the new 22-foot power banks. On the right you'll see we've got the family bunk model, and on the left we've got our couples with the big club lounge up at the back. Now these have got all the features that you're used to, so the 48 volt, 10 kilowatt hour lithium battery system with all your big solar and your inverter all connected up, and then you've got the fully robotically welded aluminium monocoque body as well. Let's go take a look. Okay, so on my right we've got our family bunk van. This is set up with 3 bunks inside. We can do 2 or 3 depending on what you need. Apart from that, this van is completely stock standard. So if you bought one and walked out the door with it, this is exactly what it would look like. We've got the standard suspension, which is the Cruisemaster XT coil suspension, alongside your big power system. So this has got the same 48 volt, 10 kilowatt hour lithium battery that's partnered with a Victron 3000 watt charger inverter, your Victron MPPT solar controller, and your 960 watts of solar, all as standard. Now on my other side, this is a little bit more specced out. This is our couples model with the big club lounge up at the back. And as you can see, we've got an external kitchen put into the tunnel boot here. So you sacrifice maybe half of the storage in here, but because of that, you gain this big platform out here. You've got a sink all built in with your induction cooktop as well. And then just over here, you've got a front toolbox. So this one's set up with twin slides, one on this side and one on the other, as well as a big storage box in the middle. Up at the front here, we've got your electric jockey wheel. So instead of having to stand there winding that jockey wheel up for a few minutes, wasting your breath when you just want to sit down and relax, all you need to do is flick the switch and it's good to go. So one other thing that this van has, which is not a standard option, is the airbag Cruisemaster suspension, but it's also got the Cruisemaster and Bosch ABS and sway control built in. And this here is the little indicator, so when you look in your side view mirror out of the car, you can see what your ABS and your sway control is doing. But I'll touch more on the suspension a bit later. Just here is your other side of the tunnel boot. So that just goes straight through right to the other side. In this case, there's that pull-out kitchen on the other end, so you've got half of the space in here. This is your 15 amp power inlet, so if you're at a powered site or someone's house, you can just plug straight into here. The Caravan will automatically switch over to run off your mains power, and it will automatically start charging those batteries up too if you need it. Just in here is your Dometic cassette for the toilet inside. Now, we can do composting toilets if you do prefer. However, if you're just using the cassette, as you usually would, you just pull the cassette out, do your walk of shame, take it to the dump point, and bring it back in, slot it in here, nice and easy. You got 2 water fill points here. So this has got 3 100 litre freshwater tanks, all as standard. These are your 2, and you've got another one just up the back here. Now, if you are at a caravan park and you've got mains water connection, you can just pop your hose straight into here. You don't have to turn the water pump on or anything. The van will run completely off your pressurised water. Last up at the back, this is just servicing, so you'd never really need to get in here unless you're trying to empty your hot water system or do some maintenance on the back, but it is nice and easy access if you do ever need it. Coming around the back, this is all pretty standard. You've just got your spare wheel right up here. You can have it mounted on the front too, depending on what you're running. Since this has got the big toolbox, we've just mounted it at the back. Up the top, you do have your reversing camera as well. One more thing out the front, just before we head inside. In here is our entertainment hatch, and because this van's equipped with the airbags from Cruisemaster, we've got your controls in here. So it's all pretty simple, easy to work with. You've got a PSI gauge for your left and right side of the van, and you've got a few easy controls, so you can literally raise the van up just like that, nice and quick, nice and easy. You do also have 2 40 volt outlets, 12 volt outlets, and a TV bracket as well if you want to bring your setup outside. Just here we've got the Aussie Traveller doors, all as standard, and you'll see because we're completely gasless, all electric, you've got no vent down here, so just one less point for dust or water to get inside. Once you open the door up, we've got the little separator here, so you can separate the doors, open this one up, and keep that nice, safe, secure, and midgie-proof door closed up and get your airflow through at the same time. Just inside the door, we've of course got your easy access fire extinguisher, but as well, we've got your electric warning switch, so it's as easy as just flicking that, your awning will start coming in or going out. It's all automatic, you don't have to touch anything else. Let's go inside. So here we are sitting on the enormous club lounge in the back of our 22-foot. As you can see, there's heaps of space to spread yourselves out or bring the whole family inside. You're surrounded by our Aussie Traveller Eurovision windows, so heaps of view. If you're sitting at a nice campsite like we are at the moment, anywhere you look is just such a nice view. And up above me, again, as you can see, there's no lack of storage. You've got heaps of overhead cabinets that run right over the kitchen bench. Let's go take a look. Alrighty, so as you can see, we've got the two-sided kitchen, bit of both on both sides of the van. You got heaps of bench space here. You can bring your coffee machine along if you like. This is pretty extreme, but I know some people really do love their coffee in the morning. You got your induction cooktop, a dual zone as well, more space, and then you got heaps of storage. You got plenty of drawers, 2 sets of them, and another corner storage box over here. On this side, you've got your kitchen sink, plenty of space, bit of draining space, and you do have your washing machine built in underneath the bench top here. Up the top, as you can see, like every other van we've got our Victron inverter controls, all our lights, water gauges, your battery management system, and your Fusion sound system as well. Alright, the rest of this van is very similar to our family van. So as you can see, you got your fridge, got your microwave, come through the ensuite, which is exactly the same as what you get in the bunk version. And then you go into a completely separate bedroom, as you can see here. Queen size bed, plenty of storage, and plenty of light. Alright, so we've got the family 22-footer behind me. Let's have a look inside. Alright, so inside we've got the queen size bed, plenty of storage all around. You've got a little drawer to the left, you can put your belongings in, a bit of hanging space, some power inside so you can charge your devices and whatnot. Up above you've got plenty of overhead storage as well. A few little reading lights, just touch activated. Underneath the bed, we've got the heart of the electrical system. It's on gas struts. All you need to do is lift it up, just like that. And then you've got your inverter, your DC-DC charger and converter in there, and all your 240 volt and 12 volt fuses as well. Here we've got your bench lounge as well, which if you prefer, we can do an L shape to give you a bit more space, especially if you're trying to squeeze 5 people into a van. You've got the table, this does move around, so you've got plenty of space to walk through the kitchen or sit down and have your dinner. Plenty of overhead storage, again, all through the van. A few more reading lights, power points just above the lounge there. Coming over to this side, you've got a nice big bench, you've got a dual induction cooktop, and your kitchen sink with a bit of drainage space. Again, heaps of overhead storage, and your electrical controls up the top here, which I'll touch on in a minute. And underneath, again, plenty more space. You got 2 rows of drawers. Storage definitely isn't an issue. And to my right here, we've got the 200 litre Dometic fridge freezer. Plenty of space for all your goodies in here. And then just up above, we've got a Kamek dishless microwave, so you don't have to worry about that glass rattling around. A bit more storage over the top. And then we've got the ensuite behind us. You've got a nice spacious ensuite in here, so when you close the door up, you've got plenty of space. If you want to get changed in here, there's plenty of room to move around. You're not stuck in a little cubicle. We do have your sink in here, your toilet down the bottom, plenty of storage. Again, you've got some overhead storage here, 240 volt power up the top so you can run your hair dryers and your electric toothbrushes. And then on the left here, you've got some leather pockets for all your bits and pieces in the ensuite. And then your shower in there, which is nice and spacious. In here we've got the kids' room. This one's set up with a triple bunk, but we can do a 2 bunk as well if that's what you prefer. Got quite a lot of space in here. You've got a ladder on my right. Every bunk has its own window, its own reading light, some power there as well. And then on my left here, there's plenty of storage. You've got a wardrobe with some hanging space, and then you've got the top loader washing machine just in here as well. Just up here, you've got your main electrical controls. So this is all hooked up to our 48 volt, 10 kilowatt hour lithium battery. And being a gasless, fully electric van, you're going to be using your inverter quite a lot for your induction cooktop, your aircon, all those kind of things which you can run off grid. We're off grid at the moment, not plugged into any power, and we wanted to make things as simple and as efficient as possible. So up here, all you need to do to run your inverter is flick this switch into the on position. You can have it in a charger only position, put it into off, but most of the time you're going to have it on. So if you want to use your cooktop or your aircon, it's as simple as flicking that switch on, pressing the on button, and you're good to go. Same thing with the aircon, just got a remote, click the on button, it'll come to life. Up next to that inverter controller is your water tank gauges as well. So like I was saying before, you've got 300 litres of fresh water capacity on these 22-foot vans. which are these three here, and then you've got your grey water tank gauge too. Just on the right, you've got your little battery gauge. All that does is show your percentage, battery status, what you're bringing in, what you're putting out in terms of power, and then underneath it, you've just got your Fusion stereo system as well. We have designed these with aerodynamics in mind as well. I know if you look at them, they might look like a big grey box with wheels, but we've run them through wind tunnel simulations, and on average, you'll see them perform at about 1.5 times better than your standard Caravan on the road. So the faster you go, the more planted it is to the ground, just making it a lot safer and a lot easier to tow on those long trips. You'll see we've got a bit of a curve at the front, your lip up the top and then a lip on the back, and that's what helps and makes it stick to the ground. Again, these vans are completely gasless, so they've got a 10 kilowatt hour 48 volt lithium battery that powers the whole van. So your induction cooking, your aircon, whatever other 240 volt appliances that you want to run, they're all run off the Victron 3000 watt inverter that does your 240 volt charging as well. You got 960 watts of solar on the roof as standard. We can go up to 1,440, which is more than enough for any of the power needs that you need. You can live off grid for basically as long as you want. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, check us out on Facebook or have a look through our website at harvok.com.au. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.